Alright, so this is the section we're going to talk about importing a part and setting up your lead lines, lead ins, compensation, things of that nature. So let's go here to File and let's import a part. So we're going to go to, let's see if I've got here. Let's find something here that we can. This is a mounting plate, and every time you import a part. So I'm importing it from files on my laser that I have stored there. So every time you go to import a part, it's going to give you these tips. So I just click OK, and I bring this is my part that I drew. It's just a little mounting plate, but it'd be good for conversation's sakes here, kind of show you how to put your imported lead lines and things of that nature. So you'll see that on our drawing here, these holes are a little different size than these holes. So we'll attack those differently. So I guess the first thing we want to do here is we want to add some compensation, and we want to add our lead lines. So I can select a hole. I can select it individually like so, or if I know all four of these holes are the same size, I can select all four holes at once. Okay, so now let's go up here to it's under the favorites command, and let's put some compensation on those holes. This is how I do it. I like to do the compensation first. We're gonna, for just conversation's sakes, we're gonna say that this is cut out of 1/8 inch aluminum. So you'll come up here to compensation, and what your compensation is basically you're taking out for the kerf of your laser. So I know from fooling around with my laser and cutting different materials that the compensation for like 1/8 inch aluminum would be 0.002 is a really good starting point. So this is where you enter those numbers, like you have an expand compensation and a contract compensation. So for holes, we're going to want our laser to cut on the inside of the hole we have drawn so we can keep our internal diameter the size we need it to be. So you got a few things on this menu. You can put your compensation settings in there, and they can range anywhere from 2 thousandths to, I've done steel, it's 13 thousandths. So it's a little different. This common configurations in inches, I never do anything with that. The corner treatment, I always leave that as round. Way of compensation. Now, you can click here and it'll automatically do outer expand or inner contract. So if you click an inner profile, it's always going to contract. If you click an outer profile, it's always supposed to expand. And that means that's gonna, if it expands, it's gonna put your laser cutting on the outside of that line versus the inside. Now, I really don't care to use that. That's just personal preference. But I use to like if I'm doing internal holes, I like to use the all contract. So I know I'm no confusion about where I put change diameters if I need to adjust this. So let's say that's a 0.500 hole, just for conversation's sake. If it's cutting at 0.502, it's 2 thousandths too big. So then I can compensate that 2 more thousandths and get it down to the size it needs to be. that's where your contract distance. So if it's cutting 0.502 and you want that hole 0.500, you can contract that kerf, that means you make it smaller, move it to the inside of that hole 2 more thousandths, and you should be dead on the money. So we've got all 4 holes selected. Now we're going to all contract all those holes. So let's hit OK. Now, if you take your mouse and zoom in, the green line is the drawing of the actual drawing size of the hole that you drew. This white line is the compensation. See, it's going to cut on the inside of your drawing, and that should be 2 thousandths off your drawn line. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so we're just going. I know for a fact that works on 1/8 inch aluminum, so we're going to leave it at that. And now we're going to put some a lead in and lead out line. I usually do these 2 steps together on different holes. So our hole is 5.355 diameter. So that's just a little bit over 1/2 inch, probably giving some clearance on the hole here. So we've got the compensation done on all 4 of those holes. Let's put our lead line. Now I'm gonna zoom in a little bit on this, and it's gonna do all 4 holes, but I'm trying to get it here where you can see a little bit better. So let's add a lead line. So if you click on lead line up in the top, don't click on the down arrow. It'll give you some extra menu options there. But I want to do just a simple line from the center of that hole, come out here and cut the hole. I found it works good on aluminum. I really have no need to do the lead outs. So we'll come right here and select. Here's our types. We can do no lead in, we can do a line, we can do an arc, or we can do a line plus an arc. I want to do just a simple line. So here is where they give you the option to put in the line length. So when we put this lead in here, there's going to be a straight line come down, and I want it pretty much straight in the center. So let's give it a line setting of 0.25, and then our angle, it would be the angle of our lead line, though we don't want it going off to the left or the right. We want it to come to the center. So let's keep that at 90 degrees, and we don't want to lead out, so we're just going to click that to nothing. So we want it to start on our start point, and right here is where you select an inner contour or outer contour. So this is a hole, so we're going to work on the inner contour, and then we're going to hit OK. So see, now our lead line is, for the most part, right in the center. It's going to pierce here, come out here, and then cut our hole. Alright, so we have that on all 4 of those holes. Okay, so all 4 of those holes are set up with the lead line. Now, before we deselect that, let's click on lead line again, and let's do an arc, a lead in with an arc. So your length disappears. Basically, you're going to be working off a radius and an angle. I've found that I like the angle between 120 and 150 degrees. So let's do 120, and same thing, inner contour. Let's don't do a lead out. Let's just do a lead in, and let's just see how it looks different. All right, so see, it's going to pierce right here and arc in and roll out this way. So you'll just have to play with those numbers. Let's just, for instance, let's just change this to 180. Let's just see what it does, and then hit OK. And see, that gives you more of a, gets you back more kind of towards center with an arc. If you think that's smoother and creates a better cut, then it's all personal preference and what works best for you. But I like having it on line. And we'll change this back to 90 degrees where it's straight. Inner contour and click OK. All right, so those 4 holes are done. Now let's just repeat the process for these 4 holes. I know they're the same size. That hole is 0.63, so the center would be 0.315. So let's select all 4 of them since they're exactly the same. Let's give it our compensation of 2 thousandths. All contract. All right, so we'll just check. There's our lines on the inside. Now let's give it, since we still have it selected, let's give it a lead line. So that's a 0.63. So let's clear that, and we want it in the center. So let's give it a 0.315. Should get us right in the center of our lead line. 90-degree angles on the start point, and let's click OK. So now there we have what we need to have a lead in, and then our pierce is not putting slag out here on the finished part. It'll put it on the hole, the piece that's going to drop out. So now we've got one more. That's done. We've got one more profile to do, which is your outer profile. So let's select the outer profile here. Let's give it our compensation. We're going to click on expand, and we'll expand it 2 thousandths. See how it changed? And click OK. Now let's zoom in and take a look. Now our kerf is on the outside, 2 thousandths past our drawn line. Now let's give it a lead in. While we have that line selected, if you don't have that perimeter selected, it won't let you give it a lead in. So make sure it's selected, and on a dotted line means it's selected. So let's come here and give it a lead line. And this time let's do an arc. I like an arc lead line, and I like it on, sometimes I like to put it on the long edge or whatever. And let's give it a angle of, let's give it 120 degrees. I'm sorry, 120, not 0.120, 120. The radius, let's give it just so we can see it good, let's give it a 0.25 radius. Okay, and let's do it on, let's make it select the long edge, and we need to select here where it works on the outer contour, and then click OK. Now there's our lead in for our outer profile cut. Okay, all right, so we have that. Let's delete this part. So we've seen how to, well, hang on, I skipped a step. Let's save this. You could actually, if you wanted to cut that part right now, you could, let's just say you have a sheet, and this red outline here, that's the profile of the table. That's not your sheet, and we'll nest apart in a minute. If you actually wanted to cut that part, say you have a partial sheet and you just want to test cut that part, you could bring your laser over here to the corner of your sheet. Just make sure you're inbound on the sheet, just maybe 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch or whatever on your X and Y axis. So just looking at the X and Y, you want to be inbound a little bit so you don't run off your sheet. If you wanted to cut that part right now, you bring your head over there, turn your shutter on, and your red laser will be where you want it to be on the sheet. Cut your shutter off. Select which layer you want to use. Let's just say it's cut that. It's 0.125 aluminum, which is 1/8 inch. Hit apply. Okay. And now this will cut with your 0.125 aluminum settings. It will cut in this order. It's going to cut that one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And if you'll zoom in here, you'll see the little arrows here. It shows you in which direction it's going to cut as well. Here's your final pierce and cut. It was your outer profile. Okay. So now we have that. Now let's save it. So I want you to come down to your save command. And if I want to save this part with all the lead lines and all the outer perimeters and compensation, and it's I've cut several test parts and I have it like I want it. I can save this, and it's going to save it as a .nsp file. So that's your that'll be your finished cut files for Ray Tools. Will be that NSP file. So you'll hit save, and it'll save it to whatever you have selected as far as let's go back to it. Your NSP file, you'll save it to right here as vice mounting plate. I just saved it. It's under laser DXF file. So later we're going to come back and do some nesting in the next section. When I come back, I can pull that up. It'll already have all the lead lines in it, and then I can nest as many of them as I want and make some cuts. Okay, so I'm just going to resave that. Sorry about the ding. Now, so all that's done. Pretty simple. I think we're good up to this point. Let's look at our next section. Let's delete that, and let's look. Our next section would be drawing apart.